special edition of Haven Wildcat Basketball. And now, the Wildcat Network and USD 312 proudly present Wildcat Basketball Live. And welcome to Haven High School here in beautiful Haven, Kansas, home of the Roaring Wildcats. I am your host tonight, Paul Clements. We're here live and ready to go. It's 5 o'clock. It's 5:03 right now. And you know what? I mean, my throat's a little sore right now. And the girls that are taking the stage right now, they're a little sore and a little tired, but guess what? We're here with you guys tonight because it is Haven versus Pratt, the Wildcats versus the Greenbacks. I had to look back on that for a second. So welcome. Thank you guys for joining us here. If you're watching this at home, live, thank you for joining us here tonight live. If you're watching this later on, thank you very much too. So yeah, I don't know how much better of an intro I can be able to do tonight. Guys, tonight it's homecoming night. We crown kings and queens of the basketball court. And so that's what's going on tonight. Beautiful night here as well. We've also got the homecoming dance. And that'll be tomorrow night, right after the Hillsborough game. And so I believe it's Hillsborough. I've got to double check that myself. I always forget. I'm always wondering if it's Hillsborough or Hoisington or another team with an H on it as well. Halstead. There's so many out there. It's Hoisington. It's not Hillsborough. So my apologies. So yes, tomorrow night after the Hoisington game will be the homecoming dance. There we go. Tonight's game wasn't necessarily planned to be here tonight, like right now. This was actually supposed to happen like back on the first week of the semester, back in January. But because of snow and ice and all that, the game was postponed. So was the dance. So was the coronation. So we're happy to have you here now. Right here in the middle of a 6-game home stint for the Lady Wildcats and a 3-game home stint for the guys. All right. Camera crew tonight. We have both Megan Schrag and Alex Weishauer. They're both, I think it's close enough, right? They're both running cameras tonight. And so we want to give a shout out to them here. And yeah. So, right now it's a little bit of a warm-up. It's halftime for the JV game at the moment. We wanted to give you guys a good glimpse of the JV game. It's the girls' JV, so it'll give you guys a preview of what's to come for Pratt versus Haven, the Lady Wildcats when they come up. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off for a second. I'm gonna let you guys listen to the sounds of the basketball court, and I'll be right back with you with the pregame for both. All right, welcome back to the Wildcat Network, home of the Roaring Wildcats. So tonight, as I said before, it is Pratt versus Haven, Wildcats versus Greenbacks. So, yeah, as I said before, tonight's homecoming night. It's going to be a wonderful night of pomp and circumstance, and we're gonna bring you every single bit of it live here on the Wildcat Network. Just to give you guys an idea of who our homecoming candidates are. We've got Elijah Myers, Abby Nisley, Levi Hingley, Kara Madison, Clay Schmucker, and Faith Paramore. Those are your six candidates for tonight. Voting had been done a while ago. Once again, this was postponed from back in January, but you have to have homecoming, and it's all a part of the high school experience. Either you have to have homecoming both in the fall and the winter, or you have to have homecoming in something of the equivalent in the winter time. All right, so JV basketball coming up. It's a Lady Wildcats JV basketball team. If you've never watched like JV basketball before, it is going to be a lot of the future stars on the team, on the teams. So you'll see players that aren't quite on the varsity team for one reason or another. Oh, I mean, they're on the varsity team, but I mean, they're not on. They're not playing as many minutes as some of the seniors do. But it's a developmental type of thing. In soccer, they have academies. And in football, they have practice squads and stuff like that. In basketball, they'll have the developmental league and all that. So this is to develop players and get them ready for varsity. And if I'm wrong, go ahead and correct me. I'm fine in being corrected. But also, this is also an opportunity for these players to be able to get the chance to play a few minutes and all of that. Now, we are not able to bring both the guys and the girls JV games. The guys game for tonight is over in the middle school gymnasium, while the girls game tonight is over here in the high school gymnasium. The other thing here that we see with JV games is that it's also a good warm-up for some of the non-senior varsity players as well. So right now, some of the starters that we would see for the varsity team or for the varsity game, they're already off the bench. They've already been warmed up because it's already the second half now. But I mean, some of the players like Carly Arnold, Reese Roper, and Brooke Bronner are given the chance to warm up. So when I say that this is a good opportunity for us to be able to see a preview of the game, see what the varsity game might look like. It's true because we get to see some of the players as they get warmed up, and we'll also get to see some of the players for next year as well and years beyond. All right. So there's still about 6.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter for the JV game here. I'm going to go ahead and move this clock over here. There we go. Live editing, guys. uh, it is 17-16 with the Lady Wildcats with the lead here. They just took their second foul in the night, or a second foul in the half. Sorry. And so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys enjoy the sights and sounds right now, and I'll be back with you here momentarily. All right, welcome back. I hope that the stream is going pretty well right now. So my apologies on cutting the stream for just a moment, but it looks like we're back up and online. So, all right, go ahead and keep on enjoying the JV action. We'll be right back with you. And welcome back to the Wildcat Network, home of the Roaring Wildcats. You're watching the end of the JV game right now. It is 20-29 for your Lady Wildcats. The JV Cats, the Junior Cats, the Junior Lady Cats. I don't know how many more times I can, or how many more ways I can. Junior Varsity Cats. All right, so they just got another basket, and now it is 31-20. I got to update fouls here. Let's see, 5 fouls for Pratt, 6 fouls for Haven. Once again, if you've been paying attention throughout the entire live stream, this is a great way to be able to get to see the teams in action and get a bit of a preview of them of the varsity game to come. And so we get to see some of the warm-ups. Of course, I think as of now, all the varsity team players are on the bench just getting ready and cooling down a little bit for their game that's coming up here real soon. We also have the band as well. They're not fully setting up. They are setting up to be fully set up for their games as well, or for the varsity games as well. All right, a little less than 10 seconds left to go in this junior varsity matchup. And yeah, and you see over in the corner over there, we've got the Lady Wildcats in the black warm-ups and in the golden black striped pants. (21-31) now. 2 seconds left, and this one is over. People are filing in now. People are coming in to the gymnasium, and they're getting ready just like we are. And so it begins. The number 4 Lady Wildcats will go up against the Pratt Greenbacks. And that's coming up next. The following program is a special edition of Haven Wildcat Basketball. And now, the Wildcat Network and USD 312 proudly present Wildcat Basketball Live. And welcome to Haven, Kansas, home of the Roaring Wildcats. If you didn't join us earlier, it is homecoming night. We are crowning kings and queens of the court. We are ready. 15 minutes left to go until game time. That's the clock right up there in the top. It's telling you what when the game time's going to be. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let us get set. Let us get ready. As it is just about game time. Your Lady Wildcats right now, they are sitting 4th in the KBCA coaches poll for 3A, the Pratt Greenbacks. I don't believe I saw them anywhere on the polls. Doesn't mean that it's not going to be a tough game tonight. There's always that potential. There's always a chance for upsets and all that, especially in basketball, especially in life, especially in just every day. You hit one night that you are throwing up every single three in the book, and sometimes you just have a night where you don't. But we know that the Lady Wildcats are going to try to hit every single basket. You're looking at the band right now. They're warming up. And so we warm up as well. I'm trying to get everything up and going over here. The girls start first. We take a look at them first. So here's a look at the Lady Wildcats, their last 6 games, and the next 2 that are coming up. Of course, Pratt's coming up here in a moment. We do have the Hoisington Cardinals coming in tomorrow. That game will be brought to YouTube on Monday. There's a bit of a scheduling conflict with live streaming and all that for tomorrow night. But either way, though, we take a look at tonight. We only look at tonight. I even asked one of my students who plays on the basketball team, asked her what she knew about the Hoisington girls basketball team, and she said this: not much. I think we're going to talk about it tomorrow morning. And that is the mindset. One game at a time. Now, our girls are currently looking at a 7-game winning streak right now, dating back I believe to the end of December of last year. All of 2020 so far, they've been undefeated, unbeaten, unblemished. Went through the Wildcat Classic and had comebacks on all 3 games. And they came away with the Wildcat Classic trophy. Yes, this is the 5th game in 8 days. Tomorrow will be the 6th game in 9 days. But they don't know the word fatigue. They don't know the meaning of the word tired. The sentence, I'm tired. They don't know it. And that's why they're out here tonight. To prove to you that they are the best on the court. All right. I know, I hype them up. But, you know, these are my students. And I'm a Wildcat. What can I say? I will try to be as unbiased as possible, but it tends to happen. All right. Now let's take a look at the Pratt Greenbacks. And now they've had a pretty successful season too. In their last 7 games, they did have 2 losses, but they were very close losses. So we're gonna have to see how they do tonight. The guys also will be coming in. They're the later game. They're after the coronation. And I think the big story with them is how did they take their first loss of the season? Do they mount a comeback? Or do they allow the first loss to take over? We're going to have to see, but that's going to be later tonight. The girls have just left the court. There's about 8 3/4 left to go. And you know what we like to do. We're going to go ahead and let you guys listen to the sounds of the court, to the sounds of the gym, to the sounds of the arena. And we're going to let you guys get hyped up. I'll join you guys here in a minute or two. But yeah, I want you guys to go ahead and enjoy all this. Let it sink in. All right, I'll be back with you. Enjoy the sounds of the court. And the sound of that buzzer right there means there's 3 minutes left to go. Guys, it's homecoming. Let me go ahead and give you guys the rundown who are our homecoming candidates. We have Elijah Myers. You heard him the other night when we were covering the semifinal game with Haven against Allstead. There's also Abby Nisley, Levi Hingley, Karen Madison, number 2 for the Lady Wildcats, Clay Schmucker, if I remember, he is number 13 for the guys. Yes. And Faith Paramore, number 22 for the Lady Wildcats. I'll try to repeat these as we go along with the coronation ceremony tonight. But we have Elijah Myers. Elijah Myers is the son of Jeffrey and Vicky Myers. Elijah has been involved in Wildcat Singers band, Trash Cats, football, and basketball. Abby Nisley is the daughter of Dave and Pam Nisley. Abby has been involved in tennis, basketball managing, cheer, Wildcat Singers, Forensics, K's, Stuco, FCA, Trash Cats, H Club, National Honor Society, Peer Helpers, Band, and Creative Cats. Levi Hingley is the son of Bill and Mindy Hingley. Levi has been involved in K's, FCA, Wildcat Singers, Creative Cats, tennis, and cross country. Kara Madison is the daughter of Bryce and Debbie Madison. Kara has been involved in volleyball, basketball, track, softball statistician, art club, and K's. Clay Schmucker is the son of Kelly and Cindy Schmucker. Clay's been involved in K's, cross country, basketball, and FCA. And Faith Paramore is the daughter of Lonnie and Trisha Paramore. Faith has been involved in basketball, volleyball, track, band, FCA, Stuco, K Club, Pratt Academic Olympics, National Honor Society, Fort Hayes Math Relays, and yearbook editor. All right, we're getting ready for the national anthem, and here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Wildcat Singers performing the national anthem there for you tonight. Riley, if you're watching this later on, next year we'll have a couple cameras, so we'll have one affixed to you guys. All right, here's your starting lineup. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. There's only one thing left to say. If you've watched the last few live streams, you know exactly what I'm going to say, and I want you to go ahead and say it out loud with me. Ladies and gentlemen, it's game time! Your number 4 Lady Wildcats go up against the Pratt Greenbacks. In the center circle, we have number 30, Sarah Utzi, and along with her is number 21, Jacob wrong 21. Abigail Kinley, I believe it's Kendall. Sorry. So those were your jump circle players. Here we go. We've already gotten started for the night. Missed basket shot over there. Here's your starting 5 for your Lady Cats. We've got number 2, Kara Medicine, number 30, Sarah Utzi, number 22, Faith Paramore, and then number 5, Reese Roper, and number 42, McGuire Estel. Pratt right now has the ball, trying to go for the first shot, misses, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Greenbacks. All right, we will try to get names down as we go along for the Greenbacks as well. But right now it is Reese Roper with the ball as she passes it over to Faith Paramore. Now over to Sarah Utzi. She does not keep control of the ball. Foul called, and the first foul of the night will go over to Haven. All right. Number 11 now, Danielle Stats throws it up, misses, rebounded by McGuire Estel, passed out over to Faith Paramore. Paramore now at the top of the key, and she gets fouled, and it was a foul on the floor. And so that's the first one for the Greenbacks. There we go. All right, Madison passes over to Estel. Over to Utzi. Now back to Madison. Thinks about the 3. Goes for the long 2 and gets the first bucket of the night. Kara Madison with the first points. It's 2-0 now. All right, the Greenbacks now with the ball. And that gets stolen away by McGuire Estel over to Reese Roper. Reese Roper up and misses, and she will shoot 2 at the stripe. All right. Reese Roper now with the first of 2. Misses on the first one. The foul was called on Sian Helfrey, and that's her second on the night. The second one was also a miss, but Sarah Utzi tried to get the rebound, does pry it away, but it does go back to the Greenbacks. Number 1, Sian Helfrey. My German's a little bit rusty here. All right, number 11 now for the throw. Misses on that one. Estel takes it away. Paramore saves it. And now we have Roper over to Utzi. Utzi up for 2. And I believe that's a make. Yes, it is. And she will get to shoot the and 1. 3 fouls for the Greenbacks. And Utzi with the good free throw there. All right, number 11, Danielle Stats. I may be mispronouncing it. I'll double check on pronunciations here in a little while. All right, now number 21, Abigail Kendall. No, sorry, Kiera Johnson. Sorry. Helfrich passed that directly to Estill. And now the Wildcats with the ball. Faith Paramore with the three, but it misses. It goes out of the rim. All right, now back to Stotts. Stotts now with the ball, trying to go around two defenders right now. Over to number 21, Johnson. Johnson now back to Stotts. It was poked away for a brief second by Roper. Double team. That one does go back. They're going to let it go back for the backcourt violation. It is still 5-0 Haven right now. Homecoming night. Kings and queens of the court will be crowned. Karen Madison now over to Roper. Roper to Estill. Estill down to UC and a jump ball situation. Possession arrow points for the Pratt Greenbacks. All right, number 11 Stotts now with the ball. Looks, gives it over to Johnson. Johnson now passes it down low to number 12. She gets the first bucket for the Greenbacks. That's Rachel Rasmussen. All right, Estill now over to UC. UC for two, gets that one to go in. And now Stotts with the ball. Stotts tosses up the floater, nothing going on there, and Roper now will take the ball back down over to Faith Paramore. Paramore for the two, gets that one to go in. 9-2 for the Lady Wildcats. They're on a bit of a roll right now. Stotts with the ball, gives it to Helfrich. Then to Johnson. Johnson over to number 23. I'm going to assume that's Lexi Walker. Foul called. And Kara Madison will be at the stripe to shoot free throws. It is the fourth team foul for Pratt. First one hits the front of the iron, does not go in. We do have some substitutions. Brooke Bronner comes in, and so does Carly Arnold. Madison gets a second free throw to go in. 10-2, the Wildcats lead. Stotts over to number 3, Humble. Brooklyn Humble now over to number 5, Gabby Gatlin. Now to Helfrich. Can't pass it. Now gives it to Stotts. Stotts for 2. Gets that one to fall into the bucket. 10-4. 10-4, good buddy. All right, Karen Madison for 3. Misses on that shot. Rebounded by number 12, Rasmussen. Stotts now with the ball. Carly Arnold defending Stotts very closely. And now she gives it over to Gatlin. Gatlin back over to Stotts. Double team blocked away. And that will go to Pratt. Over to number 5, Gatlin. Gatlin now passes it over to number 11, Stotts. Stotts gives the ball to number 3. That is stolen away almost, I believe, by Kara Madison there. Humble gave it over to Helfrich and blocked by the Wildcats. And I think Faith Paramore will probably be credited for that block there. Stotts sends it over to Cian. I'm just going to say Cian. All right. Number 5 now with the 2, misses out on that one. That was Gatlin who missed that shot. Now it's Faith Paramore dribbling around, tries to go around 2, but misses on the, it was blocked. Foul called. And a foul called on the Lady Wildcats. Madison and UC both come off, and McGuire Estel and Reese Roper now come on for them. Karen Madison was credited with the foul there. Stotts for the pull-up 2, got that one to go in. 10-6. Now it seems that the Pratt Greenbacks are on a bit of a roll. Estel gets fouled going up and will be at the stripe to shoot 2 free throws. And that one, that foul goes over to Rachel Rasmussen. That's her second. First one falls in for McGuire Estel. And the second one goes in. She's 2 for 2 at the stripe. All right. Stotts now with the ball. Now over to number 3, Humble. Humble traveled on that one. Let's see if the Lady Wildcats can go on another run here real quick. 1 minute, 37 seconds left to go in the quarter. Reese Roper with the ball. Goes over and passes it over to Arnold, who passes it over to Bronner. Now to Estel. Back over to Arnold. Over to Roper, who shoots over 2 people. Misses on that one. Then it's Bronner. Misses. And now the Greenbacks have the ball with number 3, Humble, going off with the ball, but that is stolen away. Reese Roper comes up with it. Bit of a fast break almost there. Carly Arnold passes over to Faith Paramore. Paramore now. Bronner, Estel, Arnold. Arnold now to Roper as Chance of Haven are now echoing through the chamber. Roper with 3, misses on that one. Carly Arnold with the rebound, gets the 2, and now it's 14-6 for your Lady Wildcats. And a travel once again for Brooklyn Humble on that one. Reese Roper now with the ball as they retrieve the inbound pass. 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Roper now with the ball in the corner and gets it stolen away by Gabby Gatlin. Now Gatlin with the ball, closely covered by Reese Roper. Passes it over to number 1, Cian with the long 3, misses on that one, and Roper retrieves the ball. Passes it over to Carly Arnold. Goes up for 2, and she draws the foul. That is Pratt's 6th on the night. 6 early fouls with 7 seconds left to go. And that one was accredited to Danielle Stotts. Karen Madison with the free throws. First one falls in. The second one does not, but Brooke Bronner retrieves the ball. It is a jump ball. Haven will retain possession as the possession arrow is pointed in their favor. Carly Arnold now over to Roper, back over to Madison. Madison looking for room, gives it over to Estel. Does she get the ball off in time? Doesn't matter, it rolls out. End of the first quarter. Your Haven Lady Wildcats lead it 15-6. And we're going to go ahead and give it to the band once again. We'll be right back on your home for Wildcat basketball, the Wildcat Network on YouTube. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, the Lady Wildcats have the early lead. I keep forgetting to turn that off. There we go. All right, Pratt now with the ball. And it is number 11, Danielle Stotts, who has it, passes it over to Cian Helfrich. Misses on the three. McGuire Estel with the rebound, gives it over to Faith Paramore. Now over to Reese Roper. Down to Utsi, up and in, it goes for the two. Danielle Stotts now for the Greenbacks with the ball. She goes for two and answers back. 17-8. McGuire Estel passes it over to Reese Roper. Reese Roper with the long two, misses on that one. Utsi with the rebound, misses on her shot. And a bit of a scuffle. And I believe the ball will be in Pratt's hands. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, wherever you're watching this game tonight, be it in Haven in the comfort of your own home or elsewhere in the world, we thank you guys for joining us. Stotts with two, misses on that one. Gives it over to Kara Madison. Madison now passes it over to Faith Paramore. Paramore runs around one, shoots for two, misses on that one. Estel with the rebound and gets the putback. It is currently 19-8 for the Lady Wildcats. They are on a run right now. And that ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Greenbacks. Kara Madison now receives the inbound pass. Gives it back over to Estel, who then gives it to Reese Roper. Roper over to Paramore. Paramore back to Madison. Madison down to Estel, over to Utsi, up, almost goes in on that one, rolls away from the basket. Pratt now has the ball with Helfrich in the with control. Now over to 21, Johnson, and then now 23 back over to Johnson. Johnson now back over to number 23, Lexi Walker. Stotts with the two and gets that one to go in. Cuts the lead down to 9. Faith Paramore now with the ball. Over to Roper, down to Utsi. And that one gets stolen away by Stotts. Stotts dribbles around the back, trying to get away from Kara Madison, and a foul called. And that will be Madison's second on the night. My scoreboard says 3 team fouls. The scoreboard in the gymnasium here says 4, as that one was blocked. But it gets back to the Pratt Greenbacks. There we go. Over to 21 now. Johnson to 12. That one is blocked. Madison now with the fast break, and she draws the foul. Will shoot 2 at the line. That also puts Haven into the bonus. So if it's a foul on the floor now for the rest of this half, they will get the chance to shoot 1 and 1. Madison misses her first of 2. Scoreboard in here in the gymnasium did say 4, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there. Madison does get the second of 2. 10-point lead for your Lady Wildcats. Stotts now with the ball. Carly Arnold closely guarding her. So close that I think she had a hand and tipped it away there. It did go out of bounds, though. Stotts pass it over to Johnson. Johnson being double teamed. Gives it up to number 20, Sierra Dunlap. Now back over to Johnson. Now back to Dunlap. To Johnson. To Stotts. Stotts now trying to get around her defenders. Foul called. And no, sorry, I think it was just a violation, not a foul. May have been traveling. I did not catch the hand signals there. Anyways, Haven basketball. Carly Arnold now with the ball. Taking her time. Passes over to Brooke Ronner. Down to Sarah Yutzi. That gets tipped away, and it is Haven basketball. Last touched by Kira Johnson. Now to Estel. Estel to Bronner for 3. Gets that one to go in. 13-point lead for your Lady Wildcats. And a bit of a mix-up. And now Brooke Bronner with the ball gives it over to Carly Arnold. Arnold for the long 2. Misses on that one. A little too high arcing. Not enough distance. Johnson now. Over to number 23, Lexi Walker. Back over to Johnson. Over to Dunlap. Now over to number 5, Gabby Gatlin. And then over to Johnson once again. Gatlin. Drives in, shoots 2, gets 2 to go in. 3:15 left to go in the half. Long 3 on that one. And a jump ball called. Possession arrow points to Haven. Sarah Yutzi takes a break right now. Kara Madison does go in for her. Faith Paramore inbounds it, gives it over to McGuire Estel, over to Carly Arnold. Open 3. Misses on that one. Almost rebounded by the Wildcats. Jump ball once again, since the Wildcats had the last jump ball. Actually, no, they're calling a kickball. I think that one did go in between the legs of Faith Paramore. All right, Stotts. Stolen away by Carly Arnold. Arnold now driving the ball, gives it over to Karen Madison. Madison back down to Arnold. That gets tipped. It goes out of bounds. It is the Wildcats that will retain possession. Brooke Bronner now with the ball and a travel. Greenbacks now with the ball after the turnover. And the student section with the cheerleaders cheering out defense. And McGuire Estel with the rebound. Madison does save it, but nobody was there to help her out. Number 23 now, Lexi Walker with the ball. Gives it over to Dunlap. Dunlap over to Stotts. Stotts trying to drive in. Foul called on the floor, and it is a foul on Haven. It is their 5th of the night officially. It is Carly Arnold's first foul of the night. Dunlap over to Gatlin. Gatlin now passes it over to Stotts. Stotts dribbling around people. To number 23, back over to Gatlin. Gatlin now over to Dunlap. Dunlap back over to Gatlin. Shoots over Carrie Madison, misses on that one. Paramore now with the rebound. Tries to drive into the lane. Travel is called instead. She's wondering where the foul was. But I guess the referees didn't see enough of a contact there, or enough contact for a foul to be called. Stotts now with the ball, gives it over to Gatlin. She does not get control of it just yet until now. Gatlin passes it over to Dunlap. Dunlap now over to number 23, Walker. Walker over to Gatlin. Gatlin does give it back to Dunlap. To Gatlin. To Walker. To Stotts. Back to Gatlin. The Wildcats with great defense inside the perimeter. They did get the rebound. Paramore thinks twice about the shot. Gives it over to Roper. And Roper resets. Directing traffic now, gives it over to Bronner. Bronner to Estel. Back to Arnold for 3. And she does not get the 3, but Brooke Bronner does get the rebound. Roper with the 3 of her own, misses off the front iron. 32 seconds left to go in the half. The Greenbacks looking at an 11-point deficit right now. Johnson tries to shoot one up, draws the foul, will shoot 2 at the stripe. It's the 6th foul for your Lady Wildcats. It is the first one for Brooke Bronner. First free throw is a miss. Sarah Yutzi now comes in for Carly Arnold. Your 5 on the floor are Reese Roper, Sarah Yutzi, Brooke Bronner, McGuire Estel, and Faith Paramore. Does not get a single point on those 2 free throw attempts. Reese Roper walking it across the line now. Gives it over to Paramore. They'd like to get another shot before the clock strikes 0. Bronner with the 3 on that one, misses. Yutzi up, gets the 2 to go in just in time. 25-12, and that's the score at half. Your Lady Wildcats lead it. They kept the Greenbacks to 12 points. And now they have the lead going into halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, that sound can only mean one thing. It's Crazy Train time. All right, the band is playing. We're going to take a quick break. Enjoy the sights and sounds here at the Wildcat Gymnasium. ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the band play right now. We are about to get started here for the third quarter. As once again, your Lady Wildcats are leading it 25-12. No timeouts have been called. All fouls have been cleared. And we are underway once again. Sorry, we're having a bit of an issue with the camera here for a moment. There we go. All right, foul called here. Out of bounds called here. We're trying to get a camera situation figured out here, so give us just a few moments. All right, well, anyways, Karen Madison now with the ball, draws the foul. No, sorry, gets a foul called on her. That is Kara's third foul on the night. First for the Lady Wildcats in this half. Pratt now with the ball. Stotts passes it over to Hellfreak. Now back over to Stotts. And that one goes wide. Carly Arnold now with the ball after the inbound pass from McGuire Estel. Arnold looking. Gives it back over to Estel at the edge of the perimeter. Now down to Yutzi, and she draws the foul. And it is a shooting foul. She will go to the free throw stripe to shoot two. The first one is good. And she goes 2 for 2 at the stripe that time. Now, Stotts with the ball. Passes it over to number 21, Johnson. That gets taken away by Faith Paramore. Faith Paramore goes up for 2. Misses on the layup. And a travel called, as I think there was a lack of communication on who was going to rebound that ball. Stotts now. And she draws a foul. And I believe that one was the first one on Carly Arnold. Second one on Carly Arnold, first one in this half. 2 fouls for Haven. And that's a shot for 3 by Johnson. Misses. Quick pass, fast break. Estill bounces off the back of the backboard. Foul called. And Carly Arnold will now go to the strike for 2. And she misses on the first one. But she gets the second one. All right, now Pratt with the ball, over to Johnson. Johnson now over to Gatlin. Gatlin gives it over to Stott. Stott now over to Johnson. Then over to number 23, Walker. Back to Johnson. Back to Gatlin. Gatlin. They're trying to go around the defense. They can't, but I believe that there is a foul called there, and it was called on Brooke Bronner. That's her second of the night. We do have a couple substitutions here. I believe Cassidy Smith goes in for Sarah Yutzi, and Carly Arnold goes out, and Reese Roper goes in. Inbound play now. Stotts driving into the lane, misses on that one. Now Brooke Bronner with the rebound. She drives the ball, gets it over across the midcourt stripe to Roper to Estill. Now over to Paramore. Paramore gives it to Estill for 2. Gets that one to go in. 30-12. Your Lady Wildcats lead this one. Stotts now with the ball. Gives it over to Johnson. Now over to Walker. Walker being guarded by Faith Paramore. Back over to Gatlin, now to Johnson, who's being guarded by Estill. And a block by Cassidy Smith. Now it's Reese Roper to Paramore for 2. Gets that one to also go in now. 32 points for your Lady Wildcats. Faith Paramore with 4 points on the night. And timeout called by Pratt. We'll also take a quick timeout here. You're watching Wildcat basketball on the Wildcat Network. All right, welcome back. Pratt now with the ball. Gatlin passes it over to number 3, Humble. Humble gives it over to Dunlap. Dunlap looking, trying to find somebody, gives it back over to Humble. Now she stops, closely guarded by Faith Paramore. Gives it over to number 23, Walker. Back over to Humble. 23 Walker. Now to Dunlap. Dunlap back over to Gatlin. Gatlin to Humble, to Gatlin. The Wildcat defense doing their job out there. The three does not go in. It bounces off the front iron, and it is rebounded by the Wildcats. Roper over to Paramore for the open three. Misses on that shot. Pratt with the rebound now. Lexi Walker with the ball. Now to Gatlin. Humble, closely guarded by Faith Paramore. Gatlin being closely guarded, and a jump ball situation. And the arrow points to Haven, and it will be their basketball. Your 5 right now on the floor for Haven. Cassidy Smith in the number 20. Number 2 is Karen Madison. Number 5, Reese Roper. Number 12, Brooke Bronner. And number 22, Faith Paramore. Smith with the ball, gives it to Madison. Now over to Bronner. Bronner for 3. Does not get the bounce to go in. Reese Roper with the rebound. Misses on that one. Smith with the rebound. Gives it to Paramore for 2. Misses on that one. About 3 good shots on that one. And Roper with the push. That'll be a foul on her, and I believe that would be her first. It is Haven's 4th foul in the half. And now Pratt with the ball. Dunlap to Walker for 3 on that one. Misses as it bounces off the back of the rim. To Roper now. Over to Madison. Madison for 3. Gets the 3 to go in. And the Olays start up. 35-12, your Lady Wildcats lead it. To number 5, she goes for a 3 of her own, misses on that one. Reese Roper with the rebound, takes it, runs it across the stripe, goes up for 2, misses on that one, goes out of bounds. Last touch by, I believe it might be Sarah Yutzi on that one. 1:31 left to go in the third quarter. Stotts now. Pratt with the 13-point deficit, misses on that shot. Stotts tried to go for 3, and now Madison has the ball. Over to Bronner. Down to Smith. Up to Reese Roper. And it goes around, being passed around to everybody. That was tipped away. Foul called. And they're going to talk it over. And I believe, yes, they're calling the foul on Reese Roper on that one. That will be her second. Carly Arnold is set to go in. And I believe that there was a technical called as well on number 12. That will be her 4th. And Kara Madison will shoot the free throws. First one goes in. And so does the second one. So yes, I've just been informed that there was a technical on Pratt So what ends up happening there is that, yes, you do, as you saw, Haven did get the chance to shoot 2 free throws, and then they got the ball back. 44 seconds left to go in the third quarter now. Stotts with the ball. It is a 15-point deficit for the Greenbacks. Or rather, we could say it this way. Oh, sorry. It is a... I'm sorry, my math is off. It is a 25-point deficit. Now it's 22. And Haven now with the basket. They're up to 39 now on the night. You know, I mean, sometimes your math can be a little bit off. It can be off by 10 points. All right, that's the end of the third quarter. Your Lady Wildcats lead it 39-15. We're going to get you set for the fourth quarter. We'll be right back. All right, fourth quarter now underway. Haven with the 24-point lead, if I can get my mathematics correct here. All right, Dunlap now passes it over to Humble, who tried to go for 3, misses on that one. Brooke Bronner now with the ball after a Sarah Utsi rebound. Over to Reese Roper. Down to Paramore, instantly over to Utsi, now back up to Bronner, back to Paramore, over to Roper. Estel now, Bronner, Paramore for 3, misses on that one. Seven minutes left to go in this basketball game. And remember what I said earlier. Fatigue, they don't know what that means. As Sarah Utsi gets a 2-pointer in to go. It is now 41-15. Stotts to Gatlin, to Humble, Dunlap, back to Gatlin. Gatlin looking around, trying to get around Brooke Bronner. Over to Humble, to Dunlap. Thinks about that 3, gives it up to Stotts instead. Back to Gatlin. Back to Humble. The Wildcats making them use up as much time as possible. Roper now, after the steal, gives it to Paramore, gives it to Utsi for 2, gets that one to go in. 43-15. 6 minutes left. Humble now. To Gatlin. Back to Humble. To Dunlap. To Gatlin. And a jump ball situation as Brooke Bronner jumps in there and essentially steals the ball. Haven has the possession arrow. It is another timeout. It is the second one called by the Pratt Greenbacks. And while they're on a timeout, we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. Fourth quarter, 5.5. Roper with the ball. Bronner to Paramore. Paramore thinks about the shot, goes in, drives in, gives it to Yutzi for the shot, rebounds her own shot, gets that one to fall in. It is now a 30-point Haven lead. Remember the rules. We get to 35, the clock does not stop. And that's a shot by number 23 and a tumble. It is ultimately called a jump ball. The shot was Lexi Walker. And now Haven with the full line change. Everybody except for Reese Roper goes to the bench. You're 5 now. Looks like we have Carly Bland in the number 10. Cassidy Smith, as that basket does go in. Carly Arnold also in. Kara Madison and Reese Roper. To Bland. Bland misses on that one. Arnold now. And a foul called, and it will be a foul on Pratt. No, sorry, it was not a foul on Pratt. It went out of bounds. Last touch by the Greenbacks. .345 left to go. And the Greenbacks with the rebound. Now, Humble with the ball, and she's trying to drive around Smith. Cassidy Smith goes up, gets the foul called. I believe that is Smith's first foul on the night. Humble will shoot 2. Misses on the first one. And Humble misses on the second shot. That one goes out of bounds. It will be Haven basketball. .245 left to go in the game. Kinley Jacquez is now in the game. Here she is the number 0. Number 3 for Haven now also in the game. And that is actually Brianne Bronner. And now Kinley with the ball. 3-second lane violation there. All right, so I believe that they've already started with the running clock here. It is 45-17. 2 minutes left to go in the game. And foul called. I guess I missed the foul earlier for Haven. So it's their 8th foul. Pratt is in the bonus. They will shoot 1 and 1. Humble misses on the first one. They get the rebound. They get the try on the second attempt. Misses on that one. Lots of time for that one to be called a jump ball there. Possession arrow does point towards Haven. They will get to keep the ball. 1 minute, 10 seconds. Clock is running. And I think it's probably safe to say that tonight, statement game. Haven playing the Lady Wildcats, playing their 5th game in 8 nights. And they come away with the big victory. They have tomorrow, and then they get a well-deserved about 3 days of rest. They will extend the lead now to 8 games. As they will go up against CKL rivals Hoisington tomorrow night. Remember, that game is going to be on the Wildcat Network on Monday. And that's it for this one. That's all she wrote. Your Lady Wildcats walk away 47-19. They walk away as the victors. Ladies and gentlemen, up next we have a special presentation. It will be the homecoming coronation. We're going to take a quick break as they get prepared for that. First couple tonight, Elijah Myers and Abby Nisley. Now walking on to the court, we have Levi Hingley and Kara Madison.
Wildcat seniors created cats, tennis, and cross country. When asked what was your biggest fear growing up, he replied, snakes. Maybe my sister when she tried to tell me on each other, but yeah, I can say snakes. In all of them, these people all know their heroes. When Lily was asked who has been his hero during some trouble in high school, he stated, definitely not the school rules. I practice to say my prayer. Keep me in check, I don't need to my time. Then Levi Hingley.
And our final couple, Clay Schmucker and Faith Paramore.
He is involved in pace, cross-country, basketball, and FCA. Most villains have an unusual power, so when Clay was asked if you could choose any unusual power, what would it be and why? He replied, I would choose the ability to make teachers love me, so I can hypnotize his favorite student. Most villains are defeated, and there ends up being a happy ending. So when Clay was asked what was your favorite happy memory from high school, he stated, I would say my favorite happy memory from high school is racing on the track on my scooter with the speed of 1,000 chariots as the school cheered me on from the bleachers. Clay Schmucker.
Faith is the daughter of Lonnie and Trisha Paramore. Faith has participated in a variety of school activities, including basketball, volleyball, track, band, FCA, Stuco, K-Club, Pratt Academic Olympics, National Honor Society, Fort Hayes Math Relays, and Yearbook Editor. In most villain movies, the villain tries to defeat someone. So when Faith is asked if you could defeat someone, who would you choose to help you and why? She replied, probably Mario, because he may only be 3'8", but we could definitely get some serious battle. You know there is a hero. When Faith was asked who has been your hero that has helped you get through high school, she said, my parents have been amazing throughout my life and high school career. I wouldn't be the person I am without them today, and I hope I can raise my kids as well as they have raised me and my brother. Clay Schmucker and Faith Paramore.
And now all three couples have been announced. Here's your winner.
Sierra Nice. Caleb Dale is currently working at K&O Railroad as a track welder.
Sierra Nice is attending Victoria State University, majoring in elementary education. Thank you, Caleb and Sierra, for participating in our ceremony. Congratulations to our 2020 homecoming king and queen, Levi Hensley and Faith Paramore.
And ladies and gentlemen, there's your homecoming king and queen, Levi Hingley and Faith Paramore. And now they will crown themselves. And there you go. Congratulations to tonight's king and queen of the court. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are all about set to get things started for the guys. right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Haven, Kansas, home of the Roaring Wildcats. I always love saying that. Tonight, it is a match between the Pratt Greenbacks and your number 2 Haven Wildcats. Now, would they stay at number 2? I don't, expectations. Probably not so much. Last time we saw them, they lost, they lost to number 3. And they lost to number 3 Heston. Tonight, as I'm adjusting audio over here, tonight they look to bounce back. So let's take a look at at our pregame stuff here for the guys. Here's a look at the last 7 games here. They've won every single game. They won the Rub tournament all the way up until Tuesday night, and they lost a heartbreaker to the Heston Swathers. But after the game, I had a chance to talk to a couple of the players. In particular, Mario Quintero, and he said that this one will let off the pressure and all that. So so hopefully that's the case. Now here's a look at the Pratt Greenbacks, and those 2 wins. They're the 2 wins that they've had so far this season. It was against Victoria and Otis Bison. Now, once again, as I said, you never know. You never know. All right, so there's the pregame right there. We've got Greenbacks. We've got Wildcats. We're gonna see how this shapes up. Game starts here in about 9.5 minutes. We'll be right back. You're watching Wildcat basketball on the Wildcat Network. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute left. If you are seated, buckle those seat belts. If you are not, then get ready for Wildcat basketball. I guess it doesn't really matter if you're seated or not based on what I just said. All right. If you want to shout out from tonight's game, go ahead and leave us a comment on YouTube. We'll be happy to give you a shout out here. Of course, we have Michael Hildebrand from Arizona. He says, "Good luck, Haven Wildcats," from your favorite bus driver. As we have your starting lineups going on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, say along with me now. It's game time! Your number 2 Haven Wildcats will go up against the Pratt Greenbacks. And right now they are going up to the center circle here, and it looks like, let me see if we can be able to get the name here, as it looks like number 22, Jarrett Bates, will go up to the center circle for the tip-off. And who else could it be but number 24, the big man, Wyatt Carmichael. Tip-off, Haven gets the ball to start the game. Darby Roper now. And we're getting the scoreboard for you guys. Here we go. Here's your starting lineup for your Wildcats. Number 1, Mario Quintero. Number 24, Wyatt Carmichael. Number 5, Benaiah Yoder, and number 11, Darby Roper, with number 15, Zane Jacquez, all on the floor. Steal right now. Super Mario Quintero gives it over to Jacquez. Jacquez for 2, gets the 2. The first bucket in the game here. All right, Pratt now in the green, and 5-second backcourt violation here for Pratt. Good defense for the Wildcats here. Benaiah Yoder receives the inbound pass now. Gives it over to Mario, over to Darby Roper. Roper to Jacquez, now over to Yoder to Quintero. Back down to Roper. Roper at the post. Tries to go around, gets the 2 to go up, does not go in. That one goes out, and last touch by Haven. Number 25 now for the Greenbacks. Yes. Passes it now. It's over to number 21. Or, sorry. They're going so fast. Number 1, Blake Cross. That one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Haven. Number 15 is Sam Gatlin. And he's going to inbound the ball. He gives it over to number 25. Now it's over to 11, Shanline. Now to 25, Home. Now back to 11, Shanline. Foul called, and I believe that's a foul on Benaiah Yoder. No, sorry. It looks like it was a foul on Zane Jacquez. First foul of the game. I'm sorry. I guess I didn't have the app active when I was putting the score in. Now it's correct, though. Number 25 going up. Tie ball game now. As that was 25, Carter Homey. Quintero now going up. Foul on the floor, no basket. Nope. I believe officially they called the basket. That was a foul on number 25, Carter Homey. His first, Mario Quintero now to shoot the and one. That one goes in, gives Haven 5 points on the game so far. Koss now, stolen away by Darby Roper. He goes up, gets the 2-pointer. Timeout called by Pratt. 7-2 lead right now for your Haven Wildcats. They take a quick timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. All right, Pratt now. Koss gives it over to number 25, Homey. Now to Shanline, passes it over to Koss, over to 15 now. Gatlin back over to Koss. Koss tries to get the 2 up there, misses. It bounces around, gets it into the hands of number 22, Jarrett Bates. Foul called, no basket, nope. Jump ball, I believe is what they called it. All right, now number 25 over to number 22 to 15. To 11 now, Shanline. Back over to 22, I believe. Yes. Now it's Koss. Over to 25, back over to 11. That one was almost stolen away. Number 15, Gatlin now blocked. Nope, foul called. And they will get the chance to shoot 2. That is the second foul for Wyatt Carmichael, second foul for the team, Wyatt Carmichael's first. So it's the first free throw goes in. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this time for a moment here. Well, actually, you know what? I'll make this announcement here in a bit. Second one goes in. It is now a 7-4 basketball game. All right, Roper now over to Schmucker, who comes in on the court. Quintero now over to Singleton. Singleton now over to Roper. Errant pass, but Singleton saves it before it goes to the backcourt. Now over to Quintero, back down to Schmucker, to Roper. Roper now gives it over to Carmichael. Carmichael gives it over to Quintero, thinks about it, goes up, gets the 2 to go in. Now it's over to 11, now over to 25. 25 back over to 11, Shanline. Shanline now looking. He's being guarded by 2 Wildcats right now. Number 25 now passes it over to Gatlin. Gatlin passes back over to Shanline. Shanline looking around, gives it over to number 22 as he goes up, misses on the 2. Rebounds by Wyatt Carmichael. Now it's Darby Roper. Gives it over to Carmichael. Now over to Singleton. Now to Schmucker. Back to Roper. Passing around. Singleton now with the ball. Letting the play go. Now to Roper. Roper drives in. Gives it to Carmichael. He gets the 2 to go in. 11-4. Wildcat lead. Koss now over to 22. Bates. Now Gatlin. Gatlin drives around. Shoots. It was off target. Now to 25. That was also off target. Rebounded now by Wyatt Carmichael. Gives it over to Darby Roper. Roper now gives it up to Carmichael. Almost got the alley-oop on that one. Koss with the rebound. Looking around. Gives it over to Shanline. Now back to Koss. And they're passing around faster than I can be able to get names here. Shanline. Stolen away by Wyatt Carmichael. Singleton now with the ball. Gives it over to Roper. Back to Singleton. Now over to Carmichael. Carmichael up and in it goes. The big man, Wyatt Carmichael, sends this to a 13-4 game as the Pratt Greenbacks call another timeout. .242 left to go in the first quarter. All right, I want to go ahead and take this moment here to give a quick announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, we love doing the live stream over here. It's been a wonderful passion project, and I do try to listen back on the games when given a chance. But over the last few days, after listening back, a concern has been, has been growing within me. You see, here at Haven High School, we do have a high expectation set for our students to have good sportsmanship. And that doesn't necessarily work out if the role models don't exhibit good sportsmanship. And I mean, that's the community members, the parents, and all that. Of course, we communicate with our students every single day about the importance of good sportsmanship. But we want to go ahead and let you guys know as well that when you do come in to Haven High School, we have those same expectations for our community members. So please, when you come into the gymnasium, whether you are for Haven or you're for the other team, please be mindful this is a high school basketball game. We do have referees that have other jobs as well. And please be mindful that we are trying to teach people to be good sports here. So please, do not berate the refs for bad calls. Do not call out other players. Do not do things that would be deemed as bad sportsmanship conduct. If you do that, we will greatly appreciate that. All right, that's the end of that. I know I've been missing out on a little bit of action here. Pratt did score the basket here. It is 13-6. Foul called as Clay Schmucker had the ball. It will continue to be Haven basketball. But yeah, that kind of stuff, especially in the stands while we're live streaming, does get picked up by the microphones. Does not look good. All right. Roper now with the ball. After the rebound on the missed attempt here. Pass over to Shingleton, over to Yoder, over to Roper for the open three. Misses on that one. And now number 22 has the ball. That is Jarrett Bates. Passes it over to 33. He gets the bucket to go in. That is Peyton Kohler. I believe that's how it's pronounced. All right. Skylar Shingleton with the ball now. Gives it over to Benaiah Yoder. Yoder drives in, gives it to Schmucker. Schmucker drives in himself over to Roper for three. Little short on that one. That one does go out. It does stay as Haven basketball. Darby Roper now gives it over to Schmucker. Schmucker to Jacquez. Roper, Yoder. Shingleton, Roper. Yoder now. Jacquez. They're using up time, trying to see if they can get the last shot here as Roper resets. Over to Yoder. Schmucker, Roper goes up, does not get the call on the foul, does not get the shot, and that's the end of the second quarter. Your Haven Wildcats lead it 13-8, 5-point ball game. We'll be right back. You're watching Wildcat basketball on the Wildcat Network. All right, welcome back. Second quarter about to get started. Mario Quintero inbounds the ball, gives it over to Javon Miller. Benaiah Yoder now to Jacquez. Quintero. And then for three by Jacquez, misses on that one. And a big scuffle there. I think it was an over-the-back foul here called on Wyatt Carmichael. Got to update the fouls here. It is Haven's third foul, Wyatt's second. All right, number 23 for three. Misses a little bit off target. And Mario tried to stay in bounds there, but his tiptoes were just out of bounds. So 23, I believe, is Aiden Crow. And now number 2 has the ball. That would be Noah Malone. That was sent up by number 11, Shanline, but it was a miss. Carmichael. Yoder. Over to Quintero. Quintero now up. Gives it to Carmichael. He gets the 2 to go in. 15-8. And Yoder steals the ball. Benaiah Yoder up to the rim. Draws the foul. He will shoot 2 at the line. And that foul was credited to Jarrett Bates. That's his second. It is Pratt's third. First one was a miss. And Benaiah gets the second one to go in. 16-8, 8-point lead. Less than 7 minutes to go in the first half. Gatlin passes it over to number 23, Crow. It is taken away now. Mario Quintero gets that one taken away by Noah Malone. Malone now stops, gives it over to Shanline. 23 now. That goes into a pack of Wildcats. And now it's Javon Miller over to Zane Jackwes. Jackwes for 3. Gets over that one. It was recovered by number 33, Peyton Kohler. Number 25 now with the ball. Gives it over to Kohler, over to Shanline. Now it's to 23, Crow. The shot missed. 33 now up. That one goes in. And that one was Kohler. 6-point ball game. Ooh, Quintero almost gets that one stolen away, but instead a foul is called, and it will continue to be Haven basketball here as the foul was given to Matthew Shanline. That's his first foul in the game, 4th for the Pratt Greenbacks. Now Javon Miller with the ball after the inbounds pass. He gets it back from both Jackwes and Yoder. Carmichael now draws the foul, gets to go to the line to shoot for 2. The foul was by Kohler, his first. First basket goes in for Wyatt Carmichael. And Carmichael goes 2 for 2 at the stripe. Hunter Barlow now comes in for the Wildcats. And so does Darby Roper. Javon Miller and Wyatt Carmichael both go out. They'll get to take a break. Inbounds pass now. Number 25 gives it over to number 2, Malone. Malone. Foul call. May not have been a foul. No foul was given, but however, it was a violation of some sort there. Long pass. Ooh, it was almost stolen by Benaiah Yoder. It does go out off of his hands, so Pratt does get the ball. Errant pass there. Now it's over to number 15. 15 being Sam Gatlin. Now to 2. Now to 11. Shanline. Now over to 33. Stolen away! And picked up. Stolen by Benaiah Yoder. Picked up by Darby Roper. Now he rolls over to the perimeter. Gives it over to Mario Quintero. He shoots 2. Gets 2 to go in. 10-point lead for the Wildcats now. Number 25 for the Greenbacks passes it over to Shanline. Shanline back over to 25. 25 is Homie. Shanline to 15, Gatlin. Now to Shanline. Shanline, tall pass, misses the mark. Bit of a scuffle, but the Greenbacks have the ball. Over to number 33, and Barlow thought that there was a shot there, went a little bit too hot. He gets his first foul. It's the 4th one for Haven. Skylar Shingleton now comes in, and he comes in for number 1, Mario Quintero. Tall pass, not in control. Benaiah Yoder now with it. He goes up for 2, misses that one. Jack West tries to rebound it. It is taken up by Gatlin. Gatlin now across, dribbling around 2-3 defenders. Now he resets, gives it over to Shanline. Shanline looking, gives it up to number 2, Malone. Malone now. Back to Shanline. Shanline over to 25, Homie. To Shanline, to Gatlin. Passing it back and forth now. Shanline with the ball. Gives it back to Gatlin. Gatlin drives in. Triple teamed, foul called, and that will be a shooting foul. Hunter Barlow with his second foul in the game. 2 fouls in quick succession. Gatlin gets that one to go in off the bounce. Schmucker goes in for Zane Jacquez. Gatlin misses. He goes 1-1. Kohler goes up and puts the 2 to go in to go for that one now. 7-point ball game now. Darby Roper over to Shingleton. Now to Roper. Back to Shingleton. Shingleton drives in, and Kohler comes up with the ball on that one. And your Wildcats steal it away. Darby Roper with the steal on that one. He now takes it, tries to go around Gatlin. Gatlin now. Darby Roper up with the 2, and he gets that one to go in. 22-13. 3:15 left to go in the second quarter. Number 25 now passes it over to Gatlin. Gatlin now back to 25. And now the Wildcats have the ball. Darby Roper to Schmucker to Shingleton. Over to Yoder for 3. Misses on that one. Gatlin comes down with the rebound. Gives it over to Homie. Back over to Gatlin. Gatlin driving, triple teamed on that one. Number 2, Malone with the 3-point try. Recovered by Hunter Barlow. 2.5 left to go in the half. And now the Wildcats using up clock. Schmucker now gets around a defender over to Shingleton for 3 on that one. Misses on that one. Schmucker gets that one back. And did he draw the foul? Nope. Clay Schmucker is the one that had the foul. That's the team's 6th. That's his first. Waiting for substitutions to complete here. Now the ball is back on the court here. Koss to Homie, back to Koss. Over to number 13, Johnson. Sorry. Micah Tatro. There we go. Malone to. Oh, Homie had it. Koss now. Wildcats steal it. Koss picks it back up. And now Pratt in control of the ball. Minute 40. Gatlin now with the ball. He's got 2 Wildcats. Schmucker tried to go around him, but does not get it. Homie now up, goes in. Back to a 7-point ball game. All right, just wanted to alleviate any confusion. It's Hemi now. All right, and he has the ball. Now it's over to Koss. He shoots 3, gets 3 to go in. And that makes the deficit now a 4-point deficit here for the Greenbacks. Roper and Quintero are going to pass the ball back and forth. Use up time. 10 seconds left to go in the half. Roper now drives in, gives it to Jacquez. He goes over, gets 3 to go in! And that's the end of the first half. Your number 2 Haven Wildcats lead it at the half, 25-18. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break over here. We'll give it to the band. We'll show you the band, and then we'll get you guys set up for the third quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching Wildcat basketball on the Wildcat Network.
I should have taken today's one. Yeah, you should have.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am once again your commentator for tonight's games, Paul Clements. I am here with our cameraman this time, Alex Weishauer. He's manning the camera, so big shout out to him. You know, one of the things that I really love about high school and college games is the music. What you guys don't see up here, when we have the live streams and I turn down my mic, is I'll be singing along. All right, minute left until we get started with the second half of the basketball game here. Your Haven Wildcats are in the lead, 25-18. We'll reset, re-rack, reprogram, basically. We'll put everything back down to zeros with the exception of the scores and the timeouts. And the personal fouls. Team fouls are now set back to 0. And a little bit of We Are Haven beat. So anyways, we've got everything reset, ready to go for you. Your Haven Wildcats will go ahead and inbound the ball. They have the possession arrow. Benaya Yoder will pass it in. And it looks like, yep, Darby Roper now receives the inbound. Benaya Yoder now with the ball. Over to Jacquez, over to Roper. Down to Wyatt Carmichael. Carmichael goes up and does not get that one in, but Jacquez gets the putback on that one. All right. So now Shanline over to Heem. Shanline for 3. Misses on that one. Wyatt Carmichael now gives it over to Mario Quintero. And now it's back to Roper. Jacquez with the ball. Carmichael gets it down low, goes around, does not get that one to fall in. Heem with the ball, gives it over to Shanline, over to Malone now. And that one's tipped by Darby Roper. It does go out of bounds, though. Gatlin now inbounds it over to Shanline. And gives it over to Malone, all the way down to number 22 as he gets that one blocked. Does go out of bounds, last touched by the Wildcats. Number 22, Jarrett Bates, with that one, or with the attempt. Malone now to Bates, to Gatlin. Down over to Hain. He goes up. That one looked like it was going to roll in, but it does not. All the way over to Jacquez, and he passes it. It goes there. It goes right over to Gates. Gates now gets it stolen away by Mario Quintero. Now Benaya Yoder with the ball. Over to Roper. Roper gives it to Wyatt Carmichael. Over to Yoder. Now Quintero, as he basically gets tackled there. He does get up. He used a tough one. a tough one, and he will get the chance to shoot 2. The foul was on Sam Gatlin. That's his first. That's the team's first in this half. First one for Mario Quintero goes in. Substitutes now, Koss and Kohler go in. Gatlin and Heem both leave the floor. Quintero goes 2 for 2 at the stripe there. Now Koss with the ball, gives it over to 25. Sorry, 25 is Heem. 22's been Bates. I may have gotten the 2 numbers mixed up. My apologies. Koss now with the ball. Gives it over to Heem. Now over to Shanline. Back down to Koss. Koss looking, seeing if he can find a friend here. Gives it over to Shanline. And that one gets stolen away, and it goes out of bounds. Tipped away by Benaya Yoder. And now the Wildcats will get a substitution here as Yoder and Jacquez go out. Singleton and Schmucker go in. The Greenbacks sent that one all the way to the backcourt to reset everything, and Shanline now has the ball, gives it over to Haim. Haim now. Over to Malone. Now to Shanline. Shanline gives it up to 33. He goes up and gets that one to go in. 33 is Peyton Kohler. Schmucker now over to Mario Quintero. Quintero looking. Gives it over to Wyatt Carmichael. Carmichael now up and in goes the 2. Koss now sends it all the way across the ocean to Shanline. Back across the ocean to Koss. And then once again, and Shanline with the 3. Misses out on that one. Skylar Singleton over to Mario Quintero. Quintero, a little too much pepper on that one. That one goes over Clay Schmucker. Shanline to Haim, to Koss. Kohler did have it for a moment. Now back to Koss. Koss for a long 2. Rolls out of bounds. Last touched by the Greenbacks. Jarrett Bates comes in for Haim, for Carter Haim. And on the floor right now for your Wildcats, you have number 11, Darby Roper, number 3, Skylar Singleton, number 10, Javon Miller, number 24, Wyatt Carmichael, and number 13, Clay Schmucker. That one does bounce off the shoulder of Malone. And the Wildcats will keep the ball. Roper. Miller now. Singleton, Roper. To Carmichael. Up. Does not go in. And Bates takes the rebound on that one. Ooh, and a kick ball right there. Skylar Singleton with the kick ball. Got a little frustrated there. It's okay. That happens when you try to steal the ball sometimes. You know, they try to go under you, and the ball just ends up hitting your leg. Hunter Barlow now comes in for Wyatt Carmichael. Koss now with the ball. Sends it over to Malone. It is an 11-point ball game. Not very many fouls in this one. Roper gets the tip, but it is Miller with the steal. Roper now drives in, goes around, Triple teamed on that one. Clay Schmucker now takes it, gives it over to Hunter Barlow. Barlow gets fouled as he goes up and will go to the line to shoot 2. That is the second foul for the Pratt Greenbacks. That's the third foul for Jarrett Bates. The first one rattles out for Hunter Barlow. Roper goes out. Zane Jackless goes in. And Barlow gets the second free throw to go in. Shanline now to Koss. Koss gives it over to Bates. Almost stolen away there by Jackless. It is a very physical game. Ooh, and that one hits the backboard there. Crow with the rebound. Nope. Sorry, not Shingleton. Barlow does come away with it. And now it's Javon Miller sending it all the way over to Zane Jackless. Now over to Skylar Shingleton for 3. Misses on that one. Rebounded by number 23, Aiden Crow. And that one gets tipped. And that one does go out of bounds. Last touch by Skylar Shingleton. Benaya Yoder will now come in for Skylar Shingleton. 32-20. 2:33 left to go in the third. Shanline now. He's waiting for the play to develop now. He gives it over to Koss. Shanline gets the ball back. Double team now. Ooh, and Schmucker takes a nasty spill. He does get back up though. The shot was a miss. Javon Miller now with the ball gives it over to Jackless. Now over to Clay Schmucker. Schmucker. Now over to Benaya Yoder. And now Javon Miller. Wildcats with the ball. Clay Schmucker with the 3! And timeout called by Pratt. And the Olays have started once again. It's 35-20. Your Wildcats have a 15-point advantage here with 1:49 left to go in the third quarter. Thursday night basketball right here on the Wildcat Network on YouTube. Thank you for joining us tonight. The Greenbacks now have the ball. Shanline with it here as they are facing a 15-point deficit. Back to Shanline now. To Malone, to Shanline, back to Malone. All the way down to number 13 now, over to 25. Shanline, Malone now. And that's a long 3 by Micah Tatro. Wildcats now. Less than a minute left to go. 3 for Jackless himself. Misses on that one. And now Malone with the ball. The clock is tick, 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 ticking. Malone now, once again. Sends it over to number 33. Kohler now to Malone. Now over to Shanline. Back to Malone. They can't seem to find something here. Now they got someone here. Shanline for three. Gets that one to go in. Now the lead is down to single digits as Javon Miller misses on that three-point attempt. End of the third period now as your Haven Wildcats lead at 35-26. All right, let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and get everything nice and set up. Eight minutes left to go in regulation. Nine-point ball game. Pratt now has the ball. Number 25, Carter Hain gets it stolen away from St. Jacques. He goes up to the bucket, gets two to go in. Back to an 11-point ball game for your Wildcats. Now Carter Hain over to Shanline. Waiting for the play to develop. That one gets poked away from him. Over to Malone. Back to Shanline. Back to Noah Malone. Noah Malone. To Shanline. Almost gets out onto the backcourt to Malone. And that one goes up for three by Gatlin. That one was a miss. Now Darby Roper with the ball. Gives it over to Wyatt Carmichael. He gets two to go in on that one. 39-26. Your Wildcats lead it right now. All right, Gatlin now over to Shanline. Shanline back to Gatlin. And now to 33. That one goes errant. And it was last touched by a Wildcat. 33, Peyton Kohler with the shot on that one. Now Kohler with the ball on the inbound, and then over to Gatlin. Sorry, Tatro, not Gatlin. Shanline now. Up it goes, misses on that one. Now Tatro misses on that one, gets his own rebound, goes for another try. No, he doesn't. Foul call. Haven basketball. And that one goes to Micah Tatro. That's his first on the night. And that's Pratt's third in the half. Benaya Yoder. Wyatt Carmichael back to Yoder. Yoder going around. A couple defenders now over to Mario Quintero. Passing it around. Roper now has the ball. To Mario. To Zane. To Wyatt. To Darby. Mario with the three now. Gets that one to go in! 42-26 now. Timeout called. Timeout called once again by the Pratt Greenbacks. That leaves them with just one more timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well. You're watching Wildcat basketball on the Wildcat Network. .544 left to go in regulation now. Shanline over to Noah Malone. Now all the way to Micah Tatro. Foul called on Haven. And that's Mario Quintero's first foul on the night. Malone now with the ball. Gives it over to Shanline. Shanline double teamed now. Back to Malone. Sends it all the way across. Gets tipped by Darby Roper, and that one will be Pratt's ball as it goes out of bounds. Now over to Tatro. Malone. And he's trying to get some help. Gets fouled. Well, Malone doesn't get fouled. Wyatt Carmichael gets credited with the foul there. That's his third. That is Haven's second in the half. Noah Malone now over to Shanline. Shanline now down to Carter Heem. Travel by Heem. And now Darby Roper with the ball. Mario Quintero now. To Wyatt Carmichael, to Darby, to Zane. Zane tries to get around his defender, gives it over to Mario Quintero, and now it's all the way back over to the big man. Now he passes it over to Darby Roper. Roper goes around, shoots the layup, does not get that one to go in, and now number 22, Jared Bates gets the rebound. Shanline now with the ball. Pratt passing it around. Bates now. That one's tipped. Goes out of bounds. Nice catch by the coach, though, which is Chris Batten. Up, that one goes. Almost goes out of bounds, but they do keep it in bounds now. Over to Shanline. Shanline for number 22. Bates gets his bucket to go in. 42-28, 4 minutes left to go. Skylar Singleton now on the floor. Roper, Carmichael, Quintero for three. Off the front iron. Now it's Schmucker for three. Misses on that one. Pratt now with the ball. Bates has the ball. Now it's Shanline. Tatro. Bates. Malone. Shanline for three. Gets that one to fall in. 11-point ball game right now. Timeout call? Yes. And it is a full timeout by the Haven Wildcats. Pratt's starting to get on a roll here. So timeout has been called. We'll take a quick timeout as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3:10 left to go in the game.
All right, now. Bates now with the ball. Over to Sandline, now over to Gatlin. That is Gatlin, number 15 now. Foul called on Haven. It's on the floor. Number 33, Peyton Kohler, who was the one who had the ball. And the foul was on Darby Roper. It's his first. It is the team's third, and they get the ball. Roper gets the 2 to go in. He makes up for the foul by getting the bucket. Now, Sandline. Over to Bates. Now Gatlin. Sandline. Back to Gatlin. Tipped away. Gatlin. No. I believe jump ball is the call. And the possession arrow points to Haven. Haven basketball. On a night such as this, your Wildcats, the Lady Wildcats, took home the victory. We have about less than 2 minutes to see how this game will turn out. Darby Roper, up and in it goes. 46-31, 15-point ball game. Shandline fouled on that one. And the foul does go on Darby Roper. We saw the Lady Wildcats win. We crowned our king and queen for homecoming. I've been saying king and queen of the court. Mario Quintero steals the ball, goes up for the layup, misses on that one. Quick congratulations to Levi Hingley and Faith Paramore as that one goes out of bounds. Haven basketball, 1:11 left to go in the game. And now, with about 1 minute left to go, we see that the Wildcats may be able to erase the most recent past. Javon Miller holding the ball, giving it to Skylar Singleton. Singleton down to Hunter Barlow. Barlow tries to go up, does not get the 2 to go in, and in fact, he actually commits the foul there. It is his third foul on the night. Haven's 5th in the half. And we see it changed out now as we have number 23, DJ Miller, now on the floor, along with, I believe that is Travis Pop, number 4. Sorry. That is not. Well, anyways, this game is over! Ladies and gentlemen, the winners for tonight's basketball game are your Haven Wildcats. They took home the victory 46-31. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a wonderful night. We thank you guys for joining us on homecoming night. Tomorrow night will be the dance. Tomorrow night will be the game against Hoisington. And unfortunately, we will not bring that to you live tomorrow night. In fact, we'll put that on YouTube on Monday. So, let's see here. So, once again, a quick shout out to our camera people tonight, Megan Schrod and Alex Weishauer. Any shout outs that you want to give, Alex?
Shout out to the Wildcat Podcast.
Can you say that one more time?
Shout out to the Wildcat Podcast. Go watch it.
Yes. Next Tuesday, we're recording an episode. It will be with Travis Moore and with Joel Montez. It's going to be a spicy one from what I know. All right. All righty, guys. On behalf of our camera people, on behalf of Haven High School, USD 312, our superintendent is Clark Weedle, our principal Travis Moore, our assistant, our activities director Jared Kirkpatrick. My name is Paul Clements. Congratulations once again to our homecoming king and queen, Levi Hingley and Faith Paramore. Congratulations to both the Lady Wildcats and the Wildcats. We'll see you again. We'll be live February 18th as the Wildcats play against Lions. Have a good night.